Hello everyone and welcome back to WolfQuest, The Lost Tales. And we are here with Virgo and Ariga. I hope I'm saying her name right. If not, you guys are going to correct me, but I'm also not going to have the chance to fix it because this is pre-recorded, so sorry. We're calling her Ariga. And it looks like it actually is dusk currently, which is nice. So what we can do is we're actually going to head off. What den do we want to use? I'm going to go with the Saddle Meadows den because I think that one will be a little bit easier. It's a little bit closer. Well, it's a toss-up between Bison Peak and Saddle Meadows. Actually, this one's probably the worst option because we have more chance of cougars spawning, but you know what? I said we were going to do it, so we're going to do it. Yeah, I'm committing myself to this disaster. It's never fun if you don't take risks sometimes. So, yeah, let's go ahead. We'll come over here. And I'm going to go ahead and do the hunting off camera because we determined it takes too long to do it on camera. So I'll just go ahead and montage it, and we'll see how this works out. I'm hoping it's not too big of an issue. I'm hoping we don't have problems with it. And I'm hoping we don't have too many cougars here, but we'll go ahead, we'll claim the den, and then we'll go ahead and do our winter hunting. Alright, let's head up to the den, and we'll do our winter hunting so that, we have we have food for the journey, because otherwise that's going to be a bit of a problem. So let's go ahead, I'll stop up here, we'll claim the den, and then I'll go ahead and do the hunting, and I will see you guys after that as it starts to snow. Alright, so the hunting is done. We have quite a few carcasses around. I maybe went a little bit overboard because we're only playing on challenging, but the last time I did this we were playing on Bring It On, and one can't be too careful with this sort of thing. So hopefully we should be good. We also have enough experience that we should be able to name the pups right off the bat. So that'll also be a good thing, and we'll probably just come down here and start marking the territory when we're actually in the territory, that is. There we go. So, the music in this game throws me off sometimes because it gets quieter sometimes, but then it gets too loud, and so I'm always adjusting my volume. You guys don't hear any of that. Oh, hey! Hey! No! No! You don't get to eat our food! Hi! Nobody said you could do that. This is our territory. Get away. We're gonna mark right here so that the bears know not to come back. Actually, I don't know if this affects the bears or not. I kind of don't think it does. But in any case, that's what a real wolf would do. And in real life, it probably would deter a bear a little bit more than it would here, although it mostly deters other stranger wolves. But yeah, so it's I probably went a little bit overboard with this. The last time we raised pups, we were on Bring It On, and so we had to hunt a lot more. But for the most part, we should be good. Better safe than sorry. And hopefully all goes well. Hopefully we don't have any issues here. I'm glad I caught that bear when I did, because he would have just kept eating otherwise. Like, the thing with the bears in this, I'm pretty sure they don't just stop with one carcass. Like, they'll eat the whole thing and then move on to another. So if you let any scavengers get away, they can actually eat through your food supply very, very quickly. So I'm glad we caught him when we did. Alright, let's head out this way. I think we should be pretty close. Yeah, we're at 77%, so just a little bit farther. Usually it's between 90 and 95 that it triggers the cutscene, so we should be pretty close. And hopefully, I'm a little nervous, you guys. I don't like playing with the cougars, and the risk of cougars here. Oh, here we go. It does scare me a little bit. So they're all male except for one. So we're going to go ahead and we'll name the first one Lunar. Not Luna, Lunar. And then Perseus and Wonder will be the males. And then the female will be Estella. Which I believe that means star. I'm pretty sure. We're going to be playing on challenging, and the first thing we're going to do... Oh, wow, Wonder is the only one who has darker fur like Virgo. But we're actually going to sleep. We'll sleep until dawn this time, because we've just been playing at dusk a lot. So, let's go ahead and make sure that all is well. We have a robin here. That's pretty cool to see. And it's kind of funny. I've been noticing how Virgo's fur looks different at different times of day. Like, it looks dark in some lights, but it looks a lot lighter in others, and so it's kind of interesting. His really does, for the wolf whose challenge depends on the time of day, he really has a very fitting coat, because his looks do depend quite a lot on the time of day as well. He looks very different in different lights. So Ariga's gone off to get food, I think. We're gonna go off and get food as well, because I want to make sure we do that. In fact, I might run all the way out to that moose carcass and try and use that up, although we probably don't need to. If we start looking like we're gonna get low on food, then I'll do that. But otherwise, I don't think we need to. Now, that moose carcass just spawned in. It's not something I hunted or anything. We only ended up killing cow elk this time around, so don't worry, I didn't hunt a moose off camera. I definitely would have shown that in the montage, and if I had decided I wanted to do that, I probably would have actually done it on camera. But we haven't even seen a moose in this series yet, at least not a live one. And I did show a little bit of the... Well, I don't think I showed this in the montage. They do have a little bit of a winter, some of their winter decorations going on, and so they have a cute little snowman. It took forever to get Ariga to sit still for that, by the way. She did not want to stand still. She wanted to run through the snowman and move around, but finally I got a nice shot there. So as we howl for the pups here, we should be able to raise the pack affinity quite substantially with this. It also keeps our territory nice and full, so that's always good. I'm not overly worried about stranger wolves because we managed to get through Bring It On without one spawning, but again, you never know. Sometimes this game seems like it's going to be very easy on a lower difficulty, but it ends up being really tough, and sometimes this game ends up being really easy on the harder difficulties, so you just never know what's going to end up happening. It very much varies from game to game. You can't quite predict it because it always has something a little different to throw at you a lot of the time. Now, we shouldn't have predators spawning. I don't think they spawn before the end of this mission, so we should be okay. Though I am a little bit wary that we've been away from the den, so let's go ahead. We'll play with these guys, not crash into the middle of them, hopefully next time. I didn't mean to do that. And we should be able to play bow for them again. Nope, not just yet. There we go. Now they're interested once more. And then I'm going to feed them. Yep, and we will go ahead and go get food again. Now, I try not to feed them too much before the mission where we have to raise their weight, because that's a little bit wasteful. It's better if we can just hurry through this and not waste time by keeping them completely full all the time. So sometimes I do let a little bit go by, as long as they're not in danger of actually starving. But once we get to the Grow Your Pup mission, then it basically just shifts to constantly feeding, in which case, then, yeah, we do have to feed them constantly, because it doesn't matter if they're full or not. It's necessary for the mission. So we also want to keep that pack affinity nice and high so they don't wander away. We're going to make sure we do that, because that's not something we want to have to deal with. Wandering pups is never a good thing. So, let's see here. And just again, all the names that I use in this series, except for the mate names pretty much, are names that you guys have submitted. And so, okay, what's attacking the den? There's going to be something. It's a coyote, I see it. Alright, but yeah, I open up name submissions, and we use the names you guys send in for pretty much everything. So I do still have them open. I do have a sizable list at the moment, but if you guys do like to submit names, then we definitely do use the ones that you guys send in. So everybody's here is doing pretty well. I'm going to run off and mark the territory. And then we'll go ahead and come back, and there'll probably be a predator by the time that we're done with that. So see, like this time the pups didn't need to be fed right away, and to feed them more than full would be kind of wasteful. So we don't want to waste our food, even though we have plenty. You never know when there's going to be a sneaky bear down there that eats everything. So yeah, I want to be careful with that. Alright, let's go over here, make sure we keep marking the territory just in time too, because it is starting to decay. We can probably keep it pretty much all the way up, and I'm actually going to howl now that we're here, because our pack affinity is starting to go down a slight bit too. So let's make sure we keep that nice and full. Don't want to see that drop too much, because once it starts going down, you end up getting into a situation where you don't have time to raise it. Oh, that's a bear. I see. Oh, no, that's not a bear. That's a cougar. Oh, great. This is what I did not want. This is what makes this challenge difficult. Alright, so that cougar's going to come back. I'm going to try and feed these guys real fast so we don't have to worry about that at least. Let's see. They aren't too low, so we should be okay. I think I might... Yep, I see it now. Okay, hold on. Feed quickly. Estella, hurry. It's going to come in fast. Alright. There we go. It's coming in. I'm going to stand right here, and we should just be able to run in. Bite, bite, and bite. There we go. Alright. That wasn't too bad. That could have been a lot worse. What's awful is when the pups come up right behind you, because then you have that whole new danger to have to reckon with, and that can be a bit of an issue. So yeah, I'm very glad that didn't happen this time. I don't really like when that happens. It freaks me out, but we should be good for now. Hopefully that does not continue. At first glance, I did think it was a bear because I just saw the brown fur through the trees there. But no, that was definitely not a bear. In fact, most of the time I would rather deal with a bear than with a cougar, because the bears at least are slow. They pack a punch if they actually hit you, but most of the time they're pretty easy to avoid. So yeah, as long as we're pretty careful, we should be good, but it's definitely, I would rather deal with the bears than with the cougars, and they do tend to spawn more at dawn and dusk, and of course those are the times we have to play at here, so that's going to be kind of interesting. Alright, what spawned in this time? Is it another cougar? No, this time it is a bear. Oh, thank goodness. I would rather deal with a bear than a cougar most days. Alright, there we go. Its fur is kind of doing interesting things in the light, too. Okay, it's going to run off. And we can go ahead, we'll feed them a little bit. Again, I'm not going to feed them totally full. I'm just going to feed them a little bit here. So that's 3 predators. Right? I think that's 3 predators. There was a coyote once. Yeah, there was. That was this playthrough. I get sometimes I wonder if I'm missing things up with last playthroughs, if I'm thinking of a time that happened in a previous one, but no, we did have a coyote this time. We did chase it off. We chased off the cougar, and we just chased off a bear, so we should have 2 more predators to chase, and then we'll probably wrap up the episode once we've done that, because it'll be about that time again, and so we can go ahead and do that, and then next time we'll be working on the Grow Your Pups mission, and then from that time till after. Oh wow, oh wow. I haven't ever been looking upwards like this for the clouds to come in. Okay, where is the territory? We're on the outskirts of it. Oh, lightning. That's fine. That's great. Alright, okay. If we go up this way, that's not dangerous at all when we're on a hill. Oh, hey, whoa, that was right in front of us. Yeah, so actually in real life too, you never want to be that close to a lightning strike, because even if it doesn't hit you directly, it can still hurt you because it's electricity. It travels through the ground. Thankfully the storm now is done, but yeah, you never want to be that close to a lightning strike because it can still hurt you, and that's why they say if there's a storm, you want to make sure you're inside. That's the whole saying, when thunder roars, go indoors. There's a reason for that, so please, if it's thundering out, make sure you stay in the house, because it's not safe outside, and you don't want to get hurt. You may not die, but you still don't want to have to potentially live with side effects for the rest of your life, because lightning can do that. It's powerful, and it's not something you want to mess around with. So, yeah, if there's a storm out, it's better to just avoid it. It's very, very neat to watch, but make sure you do so at a distance. It's not worth getting hurt. So we should just have one more predator to chase off now. If I go over this way, yeah, this is the one that's down currently. So we should just have one more predator. And then we should be able to wrap up this episode, and then next time we will be returning to finish the mission. And hopefully we don't have to face more cougars, because they really do. They scare me quite a lot. Yeah, when I was younger, I definitely always wanted them in the game, and they provide an interesting challenge, but they also scare me quite a bit because they can be really difficult to deal with. And so that's, they are a little bit of a scary thing. They definitely intimidate me, because I'm not, you can't circle around them like you can with a bear. You have to actually face them head on most of the time, and if you miss a bite, then you take a lot of damage. They can take you out in like 5 hits or something like that. So they're definitely nothing to sneeze at. Let's head back up here. And we should have one more predator by now, I would imagine. I'd be surprised if something hasn't spawned. Oh, there it is. I was like, why, what? No, I'm gonna say that, and then there's not gonna be something here, but he was just hiding. So, there is a coyote. It should be easy enough to take down, and there we go, and we should have the completion for that mission here, because we've chased off 5 predators. Right? Right? Is the mission complete? The mission is not complete. Okay, we'll stick around for a little bit longer and finish that up here. Just to be getting that out of the way so that we know exactly where we're going to be picking up, and so that way we don't have a big old long journey after this. It'll be a fairly simple journey, I think. It should be. It's not one of the longer journeys. It's not like the Aspen Heights Den. And by the way, the reason that I've never, well, I don't think I've ever used the Aspen Heights. Oh, we've used it earlier on. But the reason that I haven't been using the Aspen Heights Den in this in this series in Lost Tales is because it's so far, and when you only have 4 episodes per wolf, it takes a lot of your time just to get to and from the den, and while that can make for a nice challenge, it can also make for a big annoyance, and it's just not something I want to push our time for, because you also have to winter hunt a lot, and that is also very tedious and time consuming, and it makes it harder for me to get these episodes out in a reasonable time. So that's why we haven't really been using that den in these. And then of course the other den you'd have to earn enough experience, sorry about that. You'd have to earn all that experience just to be able to complete the or just to be able to get the den in the first place. You'd have to earn like 7,500 experience or something, and usually we're earning about 3,000 by the end of that, so we pretty much have to hunt the whole time just to even have a chance at it, and by the time we get that much experience, we'd be pretty much done raising pups. There we go! So now we're on the Grow Your Pups mission, and we're actually going to go ahead and wrap this episode up here for today, because it is about that time again. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. But until then, this is Jay, over and out.